Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. It's the Empress, and in today's video, we are looking at the energy of the new moon in Cancer on June 28th. So, this particular new moon is going to, first of all, kind of be a completion point from the full moon in Cancer that was previous to this, which was in January. And it's also going to be kind of an initiative activating point, bringing in new energy that is going to kind of come into completion in the following full moon in Cancer. So there is a very kind of cycle type energy that I'm picking up on coming into this reading. And that's something that I wanted to talk about a little bit here. But out in front of you, here we have 3 different piles to choose from, or 3 different stones, however you like to choose. And I'm going to ask you guys to take a couple of deep breaths, really ground yourself, connect to your intuition, connect to your guides, and ask the energy that this new moon is bringing to you, as well as the energy that you are moving into this new moon with, and then ask which one of these piles are holding those energies. And here we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3, and I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, along with the links to the cards that I'm using for anybody who feels drawn or called to any of the decks that I use here today. So with all of that being said, beautiful souls, go ahead and pause the video if you still need a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Those of you that chose pile number 1 with the petrified wood, this reading is for you, and we are looking at what you can expect from this new moon in Cancer. So starting off, we are going to take a look here at these cards, and we are going to look at the energy this moon is bringing to you and the energy that you are coming into this moon with, and then we'll shuffle the rest of the cards out as we go. So let's go ahead and start off with the energy that you are coming into this new moon with on June 28th. We have companions. Okay, so group number 1, you guys may be coming into this new moon in an energy of, or it's almost like Mercury energy coming through here, like wanting to be very social. So you may be coming into this moon really in this energy of like wanting to hang out, wanting to get out of the house, wanting to connect with other people, even maybe having or holding events at your home. Since this is Cancerian energy, this is all about the home and nurturing. You guys may be finding that you're wanting to like have dinner parties or go to dinner parties. There's just a very social energy that you guys are embodying moving into this new moon. So let's go ahead and see the energy that this new moon is bringing to you. So we have here this energy of friction or resistance. So I feel like for group number 1, this new moon may be bringing you into this awareness of how you may be using your social life as a way to almost kind of avoid the need to work on your home in some way, shape, or form. For some of you guys, in regards to working on your home, it could be in regards to working on the relationships within your home or within your family life, or even with your parents. There may be certain energies coming up with this new moon in Cancer that are trying to bring you into this awareness that you need to work on relationships with your mother or with your children, or even just certain energies that need to be focused on in your home, whether this is like home improvement or just becoming aware of the energies within your home, or, you know, cleansing or whatever it is. It's like this new moon is really trying to bring you back home. So there's like a resistance to this new moon energy for group number 1. Interesting. So I feel like your home is in some sort of need. Your home needs something, and there may be something that you guys are desiring to do, having some sort of social event, or wanting to have some sort of party, or wanting to even host some sort of event that continues to be delayed because there's something else that you need to focus on. And it's like spirit or the universe isn't allowing this to come into fruition until you stop resisting the things that need your attention. And these things are going to be different for everybody, as this is a general reading, but this new moon in Cancer is definitely bringing your attention to things that you are neglecting or almost resisting to nurture within your home space or your home life. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards here and get a little bit more energy surrounding this new moon for group number 1. What can group number 1 expect with this new moon in Cancer? We have stability. Yeah, so I really feel for you guys that this new moon in Cancer is trying to bring your home into stability, is trying to bring your awareness to the things that are almost taking away from the stability of your home life, or even of your family life. And this could be your family, your parents, and your relationships with them, or your childhood home, or this could be like your home that you're building currently in your life with a spouse or children. So a huge kind of shift in awareness is being asked of you with this new moon of Cancer, for you to kind of focus more inward and more on your immediate surroundings versus social events or social gatherings or connecting with friends outside of your home. Interesting. So some of you guys may even be feeling called to, you know, invite people into your home or invite new people into your home. So there is something here for group number 1, that if you're finding that you're scheduling kind of events or, you know, dates or whatever it is for you outside of your house and they continue to be canceled or delayed, there's something here about like bringing it home. So like inviting people over may be more beneficial for you through this lunar cycle. Or like hosting your own dinner parties, these kinds of things, really getting comfortable within the walls of your own home seems something that is very significant here. So there's a need for focus in your home here for group number 1 for sure. Let's pull another card here. Group number 1. Some of you guys may be doing some ancestral work this lunar cycle as well with the petrified wood. There's definitely some generational energy coming in here for you guys. We have fortune. So group number 1, there's definitely something here about focusing on longevity of your home, the stability of your home. There's definitely something here for you guys in regards to kind of maintenance that is required that you have been refusing or denying or like really kind of just avoiding for some of you guys. So there's something that is in like desperate need of your attention here within your home that you've been refusing to see. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's been intentional refusal or resistance. Some of you guys may not even be like consciously aware that you are doing this, but if you're finding that you're leaving your home like every day or every other day or the majority of the days in a week, there's definitely something here where like your stability or your finances are being delayed or affected by this as well for group number 1. So you're being asked to kind of bring your attention back to that, to stabilizing your home, to stabilizing your foundation. You guys may be overspending at the time that you are coming into this new moon as well. And that may be putting off certain like home renovations or certain big purchases or things that you are desiring. I also just really feel like the sense of a dinner party that may be significant for you guys through this lunar cycle. So somebody may be inviting you to dinner, or you may be hosting a dinner party or event that seems very significant in regards to your stability and your fortune as well. Even kind of legacy type energy coming in here, especially with that generational energy. So for those of you that chose this group, there is definitely some energy within this lunar cycle about your future, especially for those of you that work from home. That energy is very, very strong here, or that want to work from home. Some of you guys may be attending or hosting some sort of dinner party where there's a specific person that you are connected to within this event that kind of is very significant in this entrepreneur journey as well. I feel a lot of entrepreneurial energy here, and it's almost like that energy is being delayed or put off as well, until you kind of stabilize within your home. Like especially for those of you here that work from home, or that have your own business, or any kind of career or path like that, or maybe you are a creative. It's like any of that energy that you are trying to work on, that you are trying to build, is being delayed right now, because there's something about the source of where you do this work needing attention that you are resisting. So this could be your home. If you work from home, it's like your actual home needs attention before you can branch out or expand from it. Interesting. Let's pull some tarot, group number 1, and go a little deeper into what you can expect from this new moon in Cancer, how it may affect you, challenges you may be facing, and the outcome of this particular lunar cycle. So group number 1. We have the Youth coming out here. Yeah, so this definitely talks about something needing nurturing, something needing like mothering, something needing attention here, something needing guidance, something needing the stability. There's really a huge emphasis here for group number 1 about like needing to nurture your home, or even like your own body for some of you guys, because there is quite an emphasis here on like food and dinner parties and things like that, and like nurturing and nourishment. There is a need to nourish yourself and your home in order for anything to grow and mature through this lunar cycle, or for it to do it in a very specific way. Because with the fortune here, with the sun in Leo, the sun moves into Leo after Cancer season is Leo season. So it's like this lunar cycle is setting you up for something, and this new moon in Leo next month, I feel, is going to be very, very significant for you guys if you put the work in now. Let's take a look at the challenges you may be facing here, group number 1. So some of you guys may be trying to build a business or get some sort of creative project off the ground or something like that that isn't ready yet. It isn't like mature enough. It isn't where it needs to be before you can release this. So that's something that some of you guys need to hear, like whatever it is that you're working on isn't ready yet, and there's a need for maintenance and nurturing and nourishing that through this lunar cycle. And then it's almost like in Leo season is when it's time for you to kind of share and express this. Right now it's time to stabilize it, to really get a solid foundation built before expanding on it. What challenges may you be facing? We have the Two of Fire coming out here. Yeah, so there is like some indecision here, and it's almost like you guys are being pulled in 2 different directions. Again, it's almost like this energy of being pulled outside of your home, but really needing to stay home. Some of you guys, there's something here with boundaries that you are being asked to learn or to assert throughout this lunar cycle as well. So you may find that throughout this lunar cycle, or even like right at the beginning here with this new moon in Cancer, you may find that you are really lacking in your boundaries. Like you guys are really struggling with being able to say no, or being able to have like this sense of self-control. That's going to be a focal point for you guys through this lunar cycle, is really becoming aware of where you're lacking boundaries, where you're lacking self-control, where you're lacking nourishment, where you're lacking like this willpower to move towards your own goals and your own dreams, instead of maybe nurturing somebody else's or always being there for somebody else's dreams or goals. Interesting. So there's a need to choose yourself, your own stability, your home, your own business, your own projects through this lunar cycle for you guys. But there is definitely some challenging energy here where you're going to be feeling pulled in multiple different directions, and you're going to need to be very strong in your boundaries and have a lot of self-control through this season, or through this cycle. So let's see what the outcome of this lunar cycle is. And this lunar cycle will be from this new moon in Cancer to this new moon in Leo in July. So what is going to be the outcome of this lunar cycle for group number 1? We have the 7 of Earth in reverse here. So it's like by the end of this, again, this cycle for you guys is about getting the ball rolling again, about getting things moving, getting things growing. And I feel for a lot of you guys, whatever you've been working on or whatever you've been desiring has really slowed down, or even come to a halt, or even kind of reverted or reversed back to something. And that may be quite discouraging for you, and that may be part of why there's this resistance to going back to it, or to nurturing it, or kind of rebuilding it even for some of you guys. So the outcome of this cycle is really about getting things speeding up again, like gaining momentum is a big part of this lunar cycle for you guys. And by the end of this lunar cycle, I see you guys having the momentum and the strength and the willpower and the determination to expand and to grow. But it's like there's really a need for rearranging, a need for maintenance, a need for nurturing, a need for stabilizing this project or this energy throughout this lunar cycle. Like there's really a need to focus on it, to focus on stabilizing it, to focus on really getting it very, almost like perfecting whatever this is for you, group number 1, before sharing it. So there's something here where it's like maybe you guys have been trying to rush through a certain project in order to meet a deadline for some of you guys. Maybe you've been kind of cutting corners, or just very unsure about how you want it to be as like a final product or a final outcome, and it's really showing within your work. So there's definitely, group number 1, like a gaining of clarity and a gaining of direction throughout this lunar cycle that you are really being asked to focus on. So this new moon in Cancer, you may be moving into this new moon in Cancer feeling very social, feeling very like social butterfly type energy, like you want to go to all the events, you want to hang out with friends, you want to kind of escape your own home and your own reality, when really I feel for a lot of you guys what this is learning how to regain a balance and a like stabilization where you are still completing the work that needs to be done within your home, your business, your kind of responsibilities, but also allowing yourself to go out and have fun and explore and expand, but not using one of those sides to kind of avoid the other. I hope that makes sense for you. Interesting. Let's go ahead here and pull you guys one final message from the moon, one final message for group number 1 from this new moon in Cancer. Any last guidance, advice, or anything else that I may have missed for group number 1? Okay. So here is the image on your card, and the message here is, I invite peace within myself. I ripple this outward. Yeah, so there's a huge emphasis here for you guys on stabilizing yourself internally in your home space, in your immediate environment, in order to then expand outwardly. So a need to kind of really bring the focus back inward through this lunar cycle, stabilizing, getting good with yourself, getting good with your home, getting good with your responsibilities, and then come this new moon in Leo, I feel there's going to be major expansion for you, major growth and maturing in certain areas of your life. So that is very, very beautiful. If you find yourself struggling through this cycle, through this lunar cycle, really try to just bring your focus back inward, to bring your focus back into kind of maintaining your energy, maintaining the energy of your home or your immediate environment, and allowing yourself to really maintain your boundaries and your self-control in order to kind of stabilize, okay? But this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please do hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose this pile. Let me know what other kinds of readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose pile number 2 with the rainbow fluorite, this reading is for you, and we are looking at the energy of the new moon in Cancer on June 28th. So we are going to start off here by looking at the energy that you are moving into this new moon with, and the energy that this new moon is bringing to you, and then we'll shuffle the rest of the cards out as we go. So group number 2, the energy you're moving into this lunar cycle with, we have reflections. Oh. So I do feel for group number 2 that there is definitely something here about the full moon in Cancer in January, like the previous full moon in Cancer that we had in January 2022. Or there's something here about some shadow work as well. So you guys may be moving into this new moon in Cancer, kind of doing some self-reflection or some shadow work within yourself. Some of you guys may really be focusing on like your energetic vibration and healing and these kinds of energies, really healing. That's something that's coming in here very strongly for group number 2. So I feel for you guys that you are stepping out of a period of pain, a period of for some of you guys, stepping out of like this need for self-harm or self-sabotage in some way, shape, or form. Interesting. So there's like a new chapter starting for group number 2. I absolutely love that. Like a chapter of healing beginning, and you are stepping out of like some sort of darkness here, I feel, for group number 2. Let's go ahead and see the energy that this new moon is bringing to you, group number 2. Oh, and here we have Isa, and this is like standstill energy. This is the energy of, you know, of stillness, of reflecting, of really taking the time to analyze and to reflect before moving forward. This is self-control and focus, stability. So I really feel for you guys here that it's like you guys are very in tune. You guys are in a sense of alignment or a sense of flow coming into this new moon. It's your energy is matching the energy that this new moon is bringing forth for you, and it's going to be a very, it's almost like a very beautiful collaboration. It's going to be very cohesive. I feel this lunar cycle is going to bring some ease or like some relief to you in some way, shape, or form, which is absolutely beautiful. I love that. Let's go ahead and shuffle out some more cards and see what else we have for this new moon in Cancer and what this new moon is bringing forth for you, group number 2. We have sacrifice. Yeah, I really feel for you guys here that you have, in the bottom of the deck, we have challenge. So I really feel for you guys here that you guys have kind of been through a period of darkness, like I said, and this is like some Pluto and Neptune energy. So Scorpio, Pisces energy. You guys have maybe really went through a period of, again, like self-sabotage or even self-harm in some way, shape, or form. And that is ending. And this new moon in Cancer is really showing you, there's something here where it's like, have all the sacrifices that I've made been for nothing? Is all the pain that I've been through been for nothing? And this new moon in Cancer and this new lunar cycle is going to bring you this realization that it wasn't for nothing. So you're going to be seeing like the rewards for the sacrifices that you've made through this cycle. And for some of you guys, July 18th may be very, very significant for you. Or the 18th day of this lunar cycle, which would be, let me look at my calendar here real quick. The new moon is on the 28th of June. I don't know, I'll insert it on the screen. I don't want to just sit here with the video rolling, but I will put that on the screen, what date specifically that is going to be. For group number 2, for some reason that just seems very, very significant. Let's go ahead and pull another card for you guys and see what else this new moon in Cancer is bringing forth for you. A lot of you guys too may be recognizing at the time of this new moon all of the parts of yourself that you gave up in order for acceptance, or in order for some sort of like really acceptance, like acceptance in different ways for different people, as this is a general reading, but it's like I feel you guys really recognizing all of the parts of yourself that you lost or sacrificed along the way, all kind of, it's almost like flooding back in, coming into this sense of wholeness as you just kind of stand still through this lunar cycle. It's like all of the parts of yourself coming back to you. Wow. So you guys may have, with that, you may have certain people, certain memories, certain energies coming back and making their presence known within this lunar cycle. We also have here revenge. Yeah, see, there's definitely something here for you guys about like all of the parts of yourself that you sacrificed. There is something here about all of the people that maybe did you wrong or made you feel powerless or made you feel useless or caused you some sort of pain. So there is something here for you guys to really be aware of any sort of anger or anything like that that comes up through this lunar cycle, because this new moon in Cancer is showing you kind of a lot. I feel you guys are reflecting on a lot of pain that you've endured through your lifetime. And it may really bring up some anger, especially with this Scorpio. Here we have Mars and Scorpio energy. Some of you guys may recognize that you lost yourself in relationships specifically. That is something that's coming up here. And you may be feeling a lot of anger or resentment, or even kind of desiring revenge, or kind of, there's just something here, group number 2, to be aware of wishing any ill harm or anything like that on anybody else, because karma is real and what you put out there will come back to you. So it's like everything is almost like boomerang energy for group number 2. What you put out is coming back to you. And in this sense of stillness that you guys are going to be in through this new moon and through this new lunar cycle, it's like you're very susceptible to like immediate repercussions or consequences to anything that you do or say, or any energy that you put out there. So there is a big message here for you guys to stay positive, for you to stay focused on yourself and on your own healing, and try not to get caught up in what you wish would happen to somebody else, or try not to get caught up in how somebody else hurt you and how you wish maybe they got hurt the same way, or anything like that. Okay, so that's a very big message here. I'm not sure why that's coming through so strongly here, or if that's for everybody here. Maybe that's why it's so strong. It may just be for one or two of you, but it is a very strong message. Like, be very aware of your thoughts and of the energy that you are sending out to other people. A lot of you guys may also recognize that there is some kind of negative energy being sent your way. There may be people looking at you, being jealous of you, or being angry with you for things that happened in the past in some way, shape, or form, even if they're things that really didn't even have anything to do with you. I really feel that. So like some protections may be good for you guys, like just protecting your energy, not allowing anybody to get under your skin, not allowing anybody to make you angry or cause you to step outside of yourself in any way, shape, or form. So interesting. Let's get some tarot group number 2 and see what we got going on here. We're going to take a look here first at the energy this new moon is bringing forth and look a little deeper into that, gain a little bit more clarity. And then we're going to take a look at the obstacles or challenges you may be facing through this lunar cycle and the outcome of this lunar cycle. So group number 2, let's look deeper into what this new moon in Cancer is bringing to you and what you can expect. Group number 2. Wow, we have the Two of Fire coming out here. I really feel this sense of feeling, and look at this, we have reflections here, like you guys moving into this energy with this reflections, and then we have stillness, and there's something here for some of you guys about needing to make a choice. Or even asking somebody else to make a choice to choose you over somebody else. So there may be some trust issues, very heavy, deep trust issues being presented to you through this lunar cycle, group number 2. I really feel with this Two of Fire, there's hesitation, there is some indecision coming in here, and there is like this desire to leave, but also like this desire. It's almost like for some of you guys, especially if this has to do with relationships, there is something here where you are in some sort of competition or feeling like you need somebody to choose you over somebody else, or like the sense of jealousy or envy surrounding relationships in some way, shape, or form. Interesting. But there's like this hesitation to walk away from it, group number 2, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, that's the best option for you right now, is to walk away from it. I'm also seeing the number 8 here being very, very strong. So Scorpio energy is very strong. The number 8 is very strong, which 8th house is Scorpio energy. But we have 18, which I said like 18 days after the new moon may be very significant, or when the moon is in Scorpio through this lunar cycle may be very significant. We have number 58. The number 5 is very much so about like conflict or challenge, and then we have the number 8 again, and then we have the number 8 again. So there's definitely some, with the number 8, I very much so see this like what you put out comes back to you, as I was talking about, kind of this boomerang energy here. But there's also kind of that Scorpio energy, which can be very secretive, it can be very mysterious, but it's also very transformative. So again, like that shadow work coming into play for group number 2. Interesting. Some of you guys may be Scorpios, or you may be dealing with a Scorpio through Cancer season. But yeah, be on the lookout for whether this is you feeling this way or somebody feeling this way about you. I do feel this sense of jealousy, of envy, or like this sense of competition and needing people to choose you over somebody else. And that can be a very toxic kind of downward spiral. So there is a need to kind of work on releasing some of that energy. Pulling your power back from other people. Being very mindful of any ill or negative thoughts or energy you put out to the universe, group number 2. Let's pull another card and see the challenges or obstacles you may be facing. We have emotion and intellect. So there's the sense of duality, like light and dark, yes or no. choice, decision, indecision, emotion, intellect. So it's like your heart is telling you one thing and your mind is telling you another throughout Cancer season. And that's going to be very difficult for some of you guys, feeling like you're being pulled apart, like you're being pulled in two different directions. Again, we have this reflection, we have this duality here. There's definitely some energy here where your heart and head are not on the same page, but I feel by the end of this lunar cycle they will be, because like I said, coming into this reading, group number 2, there is this kind of cohesion between the energy of this new moon and you. So there may be some very difficult like emotional challenges, or you may find yourself like overthinking or thinking some negative thoughts, like I said, but there's something here about your heart and your head getting on the same page by the end of this lunar cycle, or by the time that the moon is in Scorpio through this lunar cycle. Interesting. There's also some energy here about like knowing something isn't good for you, but wanting it anyways, desiring it anyways. Like, again, it's like your heart and your head are kind of in conflict with each other coming into this new moon, and that can be very challenging to overcome. It can be very challenging to know what to do, and I feel like you guys do know what to do. It's just a matter of maintaining self long enough to accomplish this. So again, being very mindful about lashing out or sending any negative energy or getting caught in like this negative downward spiral. Be very, very mindful of this. Because really what's happening is you're fighting with yourself, and you may find that you are feeling this need to kind of project it onto others that maybe caused you pain in the past. So don't get caught in like the blame game or this need for revenge on other people. Don't try to play like you are karma. You know, so there's, I feel, some karmic energy being cleared this lunar cycle for group number 2. But it's going to really shake things up, stir things up, I feel, for you. But what's the outcome of this lunar cycle? Look at this. We have the journey. And look at that light and dark. You guys are finding this kind of middle ground here. You're finding your integrity again, finding this balance between light and dark. We have reflections. We have this 2 of fire with the reflective kind of light and dark fiery energy where you can create or you can destroy. We have emotion, intellect, the heart and the mind. We have the journey with the light and the dark. We have the revenge. We have sacrifice. There is something here, group number 2, with this strong sense of really needing to walk a fine line between the light and the dark here, like not completely stepping into the light side of things and pretending like darkness doesn't exist, and not completely falling victim to the darkness and allowing the darkness to consume you, but finding a balance between the two through this Cancer season in order to maintain your integrity and in order to come into the sense of healing as well. Again, this stillness, this need to stand still in between. Don't allow like yourself to act out impulsively or aggressively or anything like that. Wow. Okay. Group number 2. Okay. So I feel you guys are dealing with some heartbreak, some of you guys may have been cheated or betrayed or lied to in some way, shape, or form, and it was very painful for you, I feel. And you're kind of going through like a processing period through this lunar cycle. Let's go ahead and pull you one final message, group number 2. One final message. Any last guidance, advice that this new moon in Cancer has for you, or actions you should be taking, group number 2. So we have 2 of them that want to come out. I'll read them both for you guys. This is the first image, and the message on this card here is, I know my shadow side, and I work to willingly transform aspects of it. And this is the moon goddess Hecate. So there may be some of you that are working with the goddess Hecate. There may be some of you whom find that maybe she's reaching out to you, or maybe you need to kind of look into her energy and what she brings forth. Interesting. I do have a reading on my channel here and a meditation with the goddess Hecate for anybody who's interested. I will link those in the description box. And we also have this image here, and the message on this card for you guys is, I know myself deeply and find myself worthy. Wow, and this is the eclipse energy here. So you guys may be still kind of feeling the kind of repercussions or the energies of the eclipses that we went through, but which was in Scorpio and Taurus axis, and we have our next eclipses occurring in Scorpio season. So again, that Scorpio energy being very significant here, especially with self-worth for sure, with that Taurus energy as well. But we definitely got some shadow energies here, and this kind of battling to heal and to find yourself instead of allowing any darkness to consume you or to resist the darkness altogether. You guys are finding a balance between that energy through this lunar cycle, but this is what I'm seeing for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below, let me know if you chose this pile, let me know what other readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose pile number 3 with the tiger's eye, this reading is for you. And we are looking at the energy of the new moon in Cancer, what you can expect from that and from this lunar cycle. So starting off, we are going to be looking at the energy that you are coming into this lunar cycle with, as well as the energy that this lunar cycle is going to be bringing forth to you. And then we'll shuffle the rest of the cards out as we go. So group number 3, the energy you're moving into this cycle with, we have Whispers of Spring. This is a very gentle energy coming in here. So I feel for you guys that you're moving into this cycle, into this lunar cycle, into this new moon with this energy of self-love in some way, shape, or form, and really kind of blossoming. I feel for group number 3 that you guys are at a point in time in your journey where you are kind of blossoming and expanding and growing and learning how to kind of love yourself, learning how to love life, which is absolutely beautiful. Very beautiful energy coming in here for you guys. So there's definitely like this energy of self-love coming in here. That may be something you guys are focusing on heavily moving into this new moon in Cancer, as well as the sense of blossoming for a lot of you guys. And group number 3, I feel for you guys that coming into this new moon, there is something being revealed to you. Interesting. Let's go ahead and see the energy this new moon is bringing to you. We have Manaz coming out here. And this here, group number 3, I think I may have just called you group number 2. If I did, I'm sorry. But group number 3, this is kind of a sense of learning, of awareness, of even humanity, intelligence, even kind of this sense of society. So there's something here with like community. Some of you guys may be recognizing like certain subconscious patterns about how you were raised and how that influenced or impacted you growing up. That's something that's coming through here that this new moon in Cancer may be bringing forth to you. As well as I really feel for group number 3 that there's a specific person that may be of interest or of significance throughout this lunar cycle. And we have the full moon on both of these cards here. So the full moon in Cancer may be very significant for you guys as well. But let's go ahead and pull a couple more cards in regards to the energy of this new moon. There is, though, like really just this softness, this very kind of healing, gentle energy coming in here, which I love. I love this energy, group number 3. We have the gibbous waxing water moon coming out here with passion. So building up to the full moon in this lunar cycle, I feel you guys are going to be kind of really building up some passion, some creativity, and love for some of you guys. It may be self-love. As I said, that energy is here very strongly. I feel a lot of you guys are learning how to love yourself. And for some of you guys, like I said, there's like a specific person that may be of interest or very significant through this lunar cycle, and you may be falling in love, group number 3, through this lunar cycle, which is beautiful. But passion being a big energy for you through this cycle. You may be kind of finding a creative flow, in a sense here, a creative flow kind of blossoming. For some of you guys too, you may be healing your sacral chakra, healing from any intimacy issues or even trust issues, relationship kind of trauma energies being healed. Wow. Let's go ahead and pull another card, group number 3. Okay, so we have 2 that want to come out, and I'm gonna kind of touch on them both, I guess. So here we have acquisition coming out here with the sun in Taurus energy. And this is there's a lot of like sensuality and a lot of very heart-driven energy coming out to play through Cancer season for you guys. There really is. There really is. And then we also have drama that wants to come out here. So, and this is Mercury and Leo. So group number 3, there you may find that there are people that are maybe talking about you through this season. For some of you guys, as I said, there may be one specific person, and that specific person is going to be a different energy for everybody, as this is a general reading. So some of you guys, there may be one specific person that is like super jealous or envious or like kind of talking shit about you through this season. There may be a person that you're falling in love with through this season, as well as for some of you guys, let's be transparent, there is a need to watch your words through this season and make sure that you aren't the kind of one that's doing the gossiping here, okay? Especially with this whispers of spring. There's definitely some talking happening here through this lunar cycle. And in this new moon in Cancer, there's definitely some talking here. Some of you guys may be hearing, it's like hearing things through the grapevine that other people have said about you, or that how other people feel about you, kind of energy coming out here. And this could be in regards to maybe the passion kind of energy that's being created through this lunar cycle. For some of you guys, people may be talking about the work that you're doing, either good or bad. You know, some of you guys, there's going to be people talking on both sides of that coin. For some of you guys, there may be somebody talking about love interests that you have or that you have had in the past, and using that to kind of gossip or cause drama. Interesting. So let's go ahead here, group number 3, and get some tarot and go a little deeper into what you can expect from this new moon in Cancer, any challenges that you may be facing through this lunar cycle, and the outcome of this lunar cycle for you guys. So let's look a little deeper into this new moon in Cancer for group number 3. We have the King of Water, and this came out in reverse here. So yeah, there's definitely some energy here of I feel for a lot of you guys, you're going to find that somebody is talking about you. You may also be dealing with some sort of narcissistic energy or a narcissistic person through this season for sure. There's something coming through here of like somebody not being in control of their own emotions, somebody not willing to take responsibility for the actions that they've done or the feelings that they've caused within other people in some way, shape, or form. So that is something that's coming through here that you guys may be dealing with as we move into this new moon or through this lunar cycle. But let's see what kind of challenges or obstacles you may be facing. Group number 3, we have desire in reverse. Yeah, see, there's a huge emphasis here for you guys in regards to this passion, this new moon, and this lunar cycle, trying to bring in passion, desire, love, creativity, healing of the sacral chakra. And in order to heal this sacral chakra energy, intimacy issues, past relationship issues, you're going to have to face certain energies that are being revealed to you. For a lot of you guys, you may be dealing with like an ex-partner or even like an ex-partner's current person that is sending a lot of negativity your way or gossiping about you, or there's just something here that's really causing some kind of rough waters within your sacral chakra in order to allow you to see where the healing needs to happen and what needs to kind of be released in order for you to heal and move forward. So it's very interesting to me that this new moon in Cancer is trying to bring forth passion and love and creativity for you. But the challenge here and the obstacle for you is desire. So there is a need to really be aware of any temptation to go back or to reconcile with anything from your past that's trying to come in, because I do feel for group number 3 that anything from your past that's trying to come in through this lunar cycle is more about releasing and healing from it versus reconnecting to it. So that is something to be aware of. Of course, this is a general reading, so use your own discernment in those decisions. But there's definitely something from your past coming back in that may be trying to kind of break you up from somebody that you're currently with, or causing you to really just causing you to get into your emotions a little deeper than you're wanting to. It may be causing you some sadness and these kinds of energies, but this is like for your healing. So I feel for group number 3 that if you find this is happening for you through this lunar cycle, there is a need to really fall back on your creativity and your passions, to use those as a form of expression and as a form of self-love and a form of healing for you. So if you're an artist, if you paint, if you create, if you know, anything like that, even if it's just a hobby or whatever it is, use those things to kind of get you out of any sort of self-pity or depression or sadness that you may fall into by hearing like these whispers of your past. Let's see what the outcome of this lunar cycle is for group number 3. So there is like a huge emphasis on healing the sacral chakra, but also kind of healing the heart and allowing yourself again to fall in love with yourself. Self-worth coming into play here. Interesting. What is the outcome of this lunar cycle for group number 3? Wow, we have the 3 of Earth coming out in reverse. So all of your cards came out in reverse here. But group number 3 with this, what I'm really seeing is that there is a need to move forward independently. There is a need to allow yourself to grow and to nurture yourself. Like I said, like the self-love, there's a need to work on yourself, a need to work on healing, a need to work on self-esteem, on self-love, and not allowing anybody else to have any sort of control or sway over your emotions. So really, group number 3, this lunar cycle and this new moon in Cancer, I feel is going to be kind of a journey and a lesson in not allowing other people to have control over your emotional body. in a way that's detrimental to you, to your health, or to your growth. Some of you guys may be dealing with some codependencies through this lunar cycle as well, or dealing with some temptation to go back to alcohol or certain substances that you've used in the past. So there is a need for you to kind of be aware of that. And not allow yourself to numb out any pain that arises, but allow yourself to transmute it and release it, okay? So let's go ahead, group number 3, and pull you one final message in regards to this lunar cycle, a message from this new moon in Cancer. Any last guidance, advice, or actions you should be taking at this time for group number 3. So here, the image on your card and the message for you, group number 3, is I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. Look at that. I love that so much. That's so perfect for you guys. Explore your wildness and dance in your pleasure, in your passion, and in love, instead of allowing any pain that is being presented to you to keep you from love. So don't allow anything to keep you from love, whether it be self-love or falling in love with somebody else, whether it be fear that's keeping you from it, or another person coming in that is very toxic, or even kind of narcissistic. Don't allow anybody to have control over your emotional body. And dancing in your pleasure, this is your sacral chakra again, group number 3. Your sacral chakra is healing through this lunar cycle. Or there's opportunity for that, at the very least, for you guys here. So that's very beautiful. But this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this. Let me know what other readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.